Hello, my name is Greg. I'm here to explain to you why you can't win at gambling. Most posers will put up a video that tells you if you use their strategy you'll win at blackjack, roulette, or some other gambling game. But I can assure you that they will not work. The odds favor the house. The longer you play, the more you're going to lose. Now what I can do for you is explain blackjack and give you some tips that will help narrow the odds down to a close margin, or at the minimum, at least help you understand blackjack a little better if you don't know the game that well. But why should you listen to me? Well, take a look at this. I'm going to post on the screen my last year's winning statement from a major casino in Vegas. You'll notice that playing blackjack, or overall, I won about $18,000. I did lose at the slots, and that's simply because I go and throw $100 in here and there, just seeing if I can get lucky and hit the jackpot. No big deal. I just give it a shot. You never know if lightning strikes. But let's get into the game of blackjack and look at the cards. Here's why you can't win at blackjack. You have to make your decision first, and the dealer is not showing one card. You must assume that the card you don't know is a 10. Face cards count as a 10. The dealer may already have a pat hand, and you lose if you don't hit. Why? Well, the dealer is going to have 7 chances at getting a pat hand to your 5 chances that the dealer doesn't have a pat hand. That's 7 to 5. The dealer has a 58% chance of beating you. Now, if the dealer has an ace, and that's why I didn't include it, if the dealer has an ace, it doesn't matter, the game's over because the dealer's already won. And the dealers check their card underneath to see if they have an ace to speed the game along. But let's say you haven't hit, and the dealer's now going to turn over and has a 13. Good call. You took a good play. Now the dealer only has a 5 chance out of 13 of getting the card it needs not to break and beat you. So let's go ahead and see what happens here. Dealer takes a hit, turns over a 7, has 20, you lost. You gave the dealer 2 chances to beat you. You gave him a 58% chance of beating you with a pat hand, and you gave them another 38% chance of beating you by giving them a chance to draw a card. In total, they had over a 75% chance of beating you because you did not hit. Okay, let's talk a little bit about cards. Let's talk about the cards themselves. First, you have your power cards: ace, king, queen, jack, and 10. That's 5 cards that are considered the power cards. Why? Face cards, like I said, are 10. They count for 10. Ace is the most powerful card because it can be a 1 or an 11. So that makes it very powerful. And of course, a face card 10 with ace is an automatic blackjack. But why are these the power cards? Well, pretty much you get 2 of them, you're not going to lose. So 10 and 10 is 20. That means you have a 12 out of 13 chance of not losing, and 11 out of 13 chance of winning. That's why they're known as the power cards. Now let's take a look at your neutral cards, as I like to call them. The 9, the 8, and the 7. When combined with a power card, you're in pretty good shape. You've got a pat hand. You're not going to have to risk taking a hit and breaking. But you could get 2 8s or an 8 and a 7, and now it becomes a break hand. But let's take a look at the break cards. Why do we call them the break cards? A 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Again, combined with a power card, that puts you in a precarious position to where you need to get to a 17 or better to win, and that means you have a 5 out of 13 chance that you're going to get your card you need, and that leaves you with 8 cards that are going to break you. So those are your break cards, and if the dealer has one showing, unless you're getting a free card that won't break you, you don't want to hit, you want to let the dealer break. Hopefully you have a pat hand and you don't even have to consider it. But these are the cards that are your break cards. Now, how do you win? Well, you want to keep the odds as close as possible to your best chances of winning. The house has about a 52% to 48% chance of winning if you play smart cards. You want to push your betting. When you're hot and the dealer's cold, you want to push up your betting, get bigger bets out there, because that's when you're going to make your money. And you also can't be a wimp. You can't sit there and be a wimp against the dealer when the dealer has an 8 showing and you land a 9 against a 2. If you've got $25 out there, bet another 25 and take your chances that you're going to hit a good card to the dealer's bad card. And even if the dealer hits a good card, you're still going to beat him because you're going to win. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to hit a 10 against a 10. Because if you both get a 10, it's a tie. And what's the worst that could happen to you? You lose. So you don't want to play for a tie. And if you're playing to get the ace against that card, well, that's a long shot. That's a 1 in 13 chance. So play the card straight. Play for the card you don't know to be a 10. And then once you do win and you hit that hot streak, quit while you're ahead. Walk away, come back another day. But if you keep playing, the longer you play, the better the house is going to do. You're probably wondering why I have not spoken to you yet about the strategy of when to hit, stay, split, double down, and such. The main reason is it's not a strategy. It's a matter of odds. And those odds have already been calculated for you in different forms like this card you see on the screen. This information is easily obtainable on the internet either as a card, printout, or a book. So there's no need for me to repeat this information for you in this lesson. The goal is to give yourself the best chance of winning a hand in a given situation, and hopefully generate a winning streak that you can capitalize on and walk away a winner. I wish you the best and good luck.